Hello, everybody. Buddy Way, Midland, Texas. Got a little video I'm going to do for you this morning. This current run across my Facebook news feed. It was a story just come out showing Brad Pitt. Sources say Angelina Jolie has poisoned their kids to turn on him. I shared that and I commented at the top and I said, when you run down the other parent to young children, then you're running down your own child because they know that parent is half of them. And that caused a lot of discussion, on Facebook and rightfully so. I did a Facebook post because then it reminded me of my ex-wife, of course. Excuse me. And so here this short read and I'm just going to jump right in here to explain what I'm talking about. Okay, name of the video is going to be Foul Mouthed Ex-Wife. After I survived a home invasion and a premeditated capital murder attempt, which left me crippled for life. Now, keep in mind, I have absolute proof that I wasn't shot with my gun, meaning somebody came to my home, cut my phone lines, and shot me. That's why this is a premeditated capital murder attempt. Okay. And I got this extremely rude message from my daughter's mom, Shauna. I have two daughters, Jennifer and Jordan. This level of pure evil made me wonder if she knew this home was rigged and or if she was a part of planning my murder. I'm very serious about that. She attacked me for not being a part of my girl's life, as we're going to read the hate-filled message in a minute. And when she had moved them out of town, she's the one that moved the girls. I had 50-50 joint custody of my own children, but then I spent over $5,000 in lawyer bills trying to get custody when that happened. And then after I lost, which most of the time happens for dads, I would drive 5 hours to pick them up on the weekends. Jennifer moved in with me before her senior year, and Jordan moved in with me for her junior year of high school, all the while child support being deducted out of my check and being sent to the mom. She wasn't giving it back to them, nothing. I was paying for everything, cars, cap and gown, prom dresses, you name it, and all the time the mom's sucking money out of away from the children. Okay. Not long before the murder attempt, I'd gone to court and I stopped child support. I was already in Midland at that time, and from being deducted out of my paycheck and sent to her. And my girls are they're grown at the time. My oldest daughter was 20 years old, and both girls had been living with me while I was in Hobbs. They wasn't even living with her, and here she's taking that money and she's hiding from me, so I can't get her served, etc. Anyway, the judge ordered her to pay me back $5,000, which was pennies on the dollar. It should have been around $50,000, which I never got because there's only one person paid child support, me. Okay, Shauna wasn't going to get any money when I died, but our daughters would have. I calculated around 1.6 million in assets, not including the $1 million underground home in my backyard. That's mine, of course. And that was going to be split half with the ex-wife that I had filed divorce on 5 days before the shooting, and my 3 kids split in the other half. So there would have been money coming back to the kids, right? Most of this was insurance money, with a large portion dependent on my murder being ruled an accident by dirty cop Rosie Rodriguez, who we now know tampered with evidence, lied on police reports, and perjured herself in court, okay? And there's no doubt that they attempted to make my murder look like an accident, my attempted murder. It's now proven that a large group of police were under my home that night. I know their names: Davis, Dickey, Chatwell, Angel, and L. And I actually believe Woodward and Naylor were also there, probably Rodriguez, Chandler, Simpson, other ones, and I've got their names. I got the proof and helping to cover up my murder, okay? The question has been asked if one of them was the shooter, aka would-be killer, and that makes a lot of sense. We still don't know if one of those cops was under my home is who tried to murder me in my home, And even now, I live under the threat of death, crippled for life. My 28-year career ended, and my name smeared around the world. The only thing I did was stay home and mind my own business, being a good citizen. I made the near fatal mistake of reporting crimes to police that were involved in committing the crimes. Police under my home. I wasn't even the first one, but the next guy after the last guy. I was told that 4 people had been murdered, died in my home, and my number one suspects are them same cops. for reasons never provided to me. My son, my oldest daughter, my brother, his wife, my nephew no longer talk to me. No reason given. Here I'm living under the threat of death, crippled. My own dad didn't talk to me for the last 3 years of my life. Oh, don't know nothing. Don't know anything? What are you talking about? Somebody tried to murder me in my house. And they're the ones who thought this was a great idea for me to move. I'm going to show you the message I'm talking about from that ex-wife. Got into here in July 6th on 2014. Remember, I'm ambushed and shot in a premeditated murder attempt January 28, 2012. So that was 2 years later. And here Shauna writes, you need to take down your fucking bullshit about my daughter, grandson off your Facebook. You have not been involved in their lives for years, nor will you ever be. And that's what I was saying. She moved my kids out of town when I had 50-50 joint custody. I fought for custody. Then I used to drive over to Clovis to pick them up on the weekends. Do you not realize or care the pain you're putting the children through by your paranoid delusions and posting them for the world to see? It's that actually paranoid delusions are now known to be facts and evidence, right? Because all I've done is tell the truth. And it's backed up by the facts and evidence. They're nothing but lies. It is not true. Have you been involved in their lives for the past few years? You would have known this, but you are self-absorbed as usual. You can't see the truth. Take it down now. Do not ever mention anything about them again. This is amazing, because I hear, actually, right before I come to Midland, both girls are living with me. She's sucking the money out. That's what she's doing. And I wrote back, I said, my foul-mouthed ex-wife, while you were secretly reading my Facebook postings, you missed the one where I wrote about the people who attacked me with slander such as you just did. And now keep in mind, I know a whole bunch more now than I did in 2014 when I wrote this. I said, you didn't mention the proven fact that I wasn't shot with my gun and that somebody shot me, also known as capital attempted murder. You didn't mention the fact there are pictures of people dressed like police sneaking in my home and removing evidence on the night of the murder attempt who we now know are the police, and we now know their names. You didn't even mention the x-ray reports, which states that I was shot 11 days before I was actually shot, or the other referenced x-ray date 9 days before, where that's proven they faked my x-rays, tried to cut my leg off at the hospital. As I told the last person who attacked me with lies, let me tag you in some photos, because if I'm delusional, we're all delusional. And that's photos of them secret police at the time, right? I have pictures which are posted on my Facebook. My word is good. So when I say that I was told something, you can believe that was. Furthermore, my children are welcome to come see their disabled dad who survived a premeditated capital murder attempt. I could use their help. I have one question for you. Were you in Midland on the weekend of the murder attempt? I know the answer to that question already. I was told that you were, and I believe a good detective can find proof of it. Never contact me again. See, I believe she had gone on a cruise that weekend when I was shot, but I'm guessing that she flew out of Midland, Odessa, and probably the day before the murder attempt. And then oddly, my oldest daughter that doesn't talk to me, Jennifer, she said, I was at my mom's house, house sitting while mom was on a cruise, and that was over in Andrews. It was just kind of bizarre. Jennifer lived in Hobbs at the time. Why would you do that, And I believe they know something. Like I said, my family that didn't talk to me, they know something about the murder attempt on my life. Here's Sean again. I'm not discussing anything about what happened to you or how it did or didn't happen or anything concerning you. Read it again. I'm referring to your reference to my daughter. And as usual, as you're in your delusions, I was in Florida when you shot. Have fun proving otherwise. Because that's what I said. I know she went to Florida on a cruise. I think she won it by selling an MLM product called Monavive. And I can get into the whole story of them MLMs and how I think they're connected to organized crime. But that one is. That's all theory. Anyways, that was the whole point there, of a mother that's bitter and hateful, lying, stealing, and just destroying, the lives of their own kids there. This buddy.